end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first pick of the second round back in 2001, and that's the veteran Drew Brees.
Drew Brees' accomplishments have been borderline astounding. When you look back at what people thought about him coming out of college, so-called height issue, you name it, he can do it. And boy, does he prepare well for each and every game.
5-9. Check.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the two guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Here come the Seahawks and their offense now under veteran head coach Pete Carroll. They're led onto the field by their quarterback, a man who's made quite the name for himself in the NFL, and that's Russell Wilson.
And when I think of Russell Wilson, I think not just of the big plays that he's made, and those are considerable, but when they were made. 4th and 26 in a Big Ten championship game against Michigan State when he was with Wisconsin. A big completion helped lead his team to a victory. A big 4th down throw for a touchdown in an NFC championship game against the San Francisco 49ers. When the chips are down, this guy plays at a big level.
The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He can run. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Now Wilson. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. They run it with Carson. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. We're scoreless after 1. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Wilson to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He may try and run for this. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down, eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Wilson. It's caught, block it. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. First target, first catch, and a first down. To throw is Wilson. He'll run it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half. And our highlights, touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they come up on 2nd and 12.
You're right. Say it again, baby.
Sammy!
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. A ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted.
And whoever is in,
and he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
I mess you up. War zone, some death match.
Here's Russell Wilson and the Seahawk offense now getting set to go again. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 12-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, it's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And all the way down to the 26. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Ready. 5-9. Kill.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. A final shot before half for Breeze. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
What's up, Bob? Come east out some news on call. Yo, super. Yo.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Catch you later, son. Hey,
and he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
bust you up, son. You feel me?
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Yeah.
Harris now to return. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Ready.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
You're good, you're good. Line 4, ready. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. 11.
On 2nd and goal, Breeze. And this is Cook with a grab. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Here we go with Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
What?
A drive that time of 6 plays. And the capper came from Alvin Kamara on the touchdown run. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. 30, 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson, 79 yards. Here the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Towards you.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Good. You ready to win?
So that'll back them up 5.
Here we go.
Still first down.
I wanted to get.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Shotgun now for Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Play action. Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3/4 of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Now a play fake. Breeze. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wilson escaping the pressure and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Breeze. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Quick slant, caught by Moore. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
Well, I'm guessing that on the sidelines there might be a few words said about that mistake there, but I don't think it's going to hurt them in the long run. They're still going to get out of here with a win.
Yeah, they got the 2-score cushion, but you know what coaches say, Charles? Finish strong.
Finish the game out the way it's supposed to be played. In fact, coaches might be secretly happy. Gives them a chance to do a little extra coaching next week.
Here's a pass on 1st down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, third and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
30 yards there, and, of course, the first down as well. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Breeze now just 7 of 15 so far, but he's got a first and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Come on, finish this out. Finish this out. Finish your ass.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Wilson wants to throw it. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So the victory here for Seattle. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
Yo. Yeah.
They been buying bullshit.
You are a bomb. Niggas be hating the kid out there. I'm finna fuck him up on this. Right here.